So they're thinking that, and I was thinking that if they could come up here and beat the Giants, the next 2 or 3 games, include the Jets over in London. I mean, they could turn their season around. But the only reason I say that is because if I'm a Giant player, that's how I'm thinking. I have to turn my season around by winning the next game. And I'm hoping, you heard me talking yesterday about Daniel Jones and the new level of respect that I have for him with the way that he handled the whole Kenny Golladay thing on Sunday. So this is a moment in the NFL season where 2 teams are both 0-2. Both teams are under enormous pressure. I think more Joe Judge than Arthur Smith, because Arthur Smith, he's got some pieces down there, and they're not really rebuilding because they have Matt Ryan as their quarterback. Joe Judge is now under the gun because this has been 5 years in a row where they've been 0-2 and they got the young quarterback. And, last week it was the defense and maybe it was a little bit of offensive being conservative in the fourth quarter and what have you. But Giant fans, are going to be very restless going to MetLife Stadium this Sunday. You know that, and I know that. But talking to those guys down in Atlanta, they see this as an opportunity to turn their season around, too.
Of course, because the Giants have been one of the worst teams in the NFL in recent memory. And the Falcons are thinking to themselves, hey, we hung with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers for a while before that thing got out of hand.
A couple interceptions that return for touchdowns. Yeah. That can get a game out of hand.
Matt Ryan is still here. They sort of brought some of the band back together without Julio Jones to try to give it another run.
Well, they drafted the kid Kyle Pitts, who is Kadarius Toney's teammate at Florida.
Sure.
With the number 4 overall pick. He's a big athletic tight end. And watching him on tape, he hasn't really figured it all out yet.
Yeah.
Man, but when he figures it out, man, he's going to be like the next Kelsey. He's going to be the next Gronk. He's going to be an incredible talent for the Cavs.
So why wouldn't they think that way? The Giants have been awful.
Right. Yes.
Like, we're going to go up. We'll go up to MetLife Stadium. We'll go in there. We'll beat the Giants, and we'll get everything on track.
Dude, it's supposed to be a feel-good Friday. You're supposed to be telling me reasons why the Giants are
I will probably end up picking the Giants, and I do think it's a must-win for them, and I'm not even joking this time.
It's a must-win.
Absolutely is. You're 0-3. Your season's over.
This is not a show-me game. This is not a show-up spot thing.
Show me what you got spot.
This is a pressure is a privilege game.
Yeah, this is a your season is bleeping over if you lose the game. But no, I am agreeing with your point and the point of the guys down there in Atlanta that, of course, that's the way that they're looking at the game. Sometimes we are so just with the blinders on with the Jets and Giants that you forget that there's another team that's trying to save their season too at 0-2.
Yeah, and that's exactly what we were talking about yesterday. And they've had problems, it turns out, against mobile quarterbacks. And I don't know why, but Daniel Jones is one of the more mobile quarterbacks in the league. I would tell you he is a top 5 mobile quarterback in the league.
Why'd you say you don't know why?
I don't know why people don't think of him that way.
Okay, all right, yeah.
I should have finished that thought.
I was going to say you don't know why Daniel Jones is one of the most mobile quarterbacks.
No, he is, but I don't know why people don't think of him that way.
I'll tell you why, because he looks like a stiff pocket passer. That's why.
He's not.
I know he's not, but I'm saying that just people judge a book by the cover. They look at Daniel Jones, they're like Duke, tall, kind of a little goofy looking. He's a stiff pocket passer. That's what they think.
But he's anything but that. He's a real athlete.
He moves, man. I know that.
A stiff pocket passer would be Matt Ryan.
Well, that's
a stiff pocket passer.
I know. Stiff. I'm just telling you. I'm giving you the reason why I think people think Daniel Jones is that way, but it's not right. The guy can fly.
Oh, so
yeah.
Sam Darnold's 3-0.
Yeah, you know what? I hate when I agree with Al Dukes on sports stuff because I know he doesn't pay attention to sports.
Yes.
But I would listen to more of the warm-up show than normal today because I was stuck in horrible rain and traffic. And
doesn't that suck?
It really is. In the dark and people don't want to drive. But Al is so right about the Sam Darnold stuff. Okay, he's 3-0 with Matt Rule. There isn't a Jet fan, and I'm pretty confident in saying this, there isn't a Jet fan in America that would take Sam Darnold back right now, even after the Zach Wilson performance last Sunday. So can we stop with the Jets made a mistake in getting rid of Sam Darnold? Look, he's 3-0 with the Carolina Panthers. It didn't work here. If he was still here, it would continue to not work. And good for him that this is going on. But the Jets have moved on. You know, this isn't going to be one of those things where you look back and say Sam Darnold turned into an NFL MVP after the Jets let him go. I mean, for crying out loud, he beat two of the worst teams in football. One, the Jets, who were starting over. Two, the Davis Mills-led Houston Texans. And what was their other win? Last week, what did they do on Sunday? I don't even remember.
They beat the Saints. They crushed them.
All right, yeah, they beat the Saints, which was a nice win. But let's not act like you take Sam Darnold back. Nobody would.
Well, hold on. No, I didn't say that.
It's not you I'm yelling at. It's everybody that's going after the Jets going, oh, you screwed up again. You made another mistake. Oh, Sam Darnold's...
No, that's non-Jet fans. That's just that's the people who hate the Jets and they like to tweak the Jet fan because they know the Jet fan likes to be tweaked. But I'm happy for him. But watching the game last night, your assessment of the Jet fan not wanting Sam Darnold back is 100% correct. Because what I see is I still see a guy that's nervous back there. I see a guy that, it's great. He's had 3 games to get, kind of used to it. Two of the 3 games, as you said, against 2 of the worst teams. And I wouldn't sit here and tell you that he looks great in the pocket. He looks nervous. He's bouncing all over the place. He's running all over the place. But nonetheless, he's 3-0. He's actually played 3 back-to-back games where I would say he is more than a competent, good quarterback.
Yeah, I just like the whole Sam Darnold, Robbie Anderson revenge game, showing the Jets what they're missing out on. You're telling me that Sam Darnold and Robbie Anderson could go win a Super Bowl together in Carolina? No, they're not.
Right, but still, for Sam, who's still a young kid,
and I'm not going after him.
Okay.
And I
hope not.
He's a really good guy, works hard. It's the fans that I'm going after, acting as if the Jets let go of Brett Favre. Like that Sam Darnold was on the Atlanta Falcons like Brett Favre was, and then went to the Green Bay Packers and became an MVP and a Super Bowl champ. That's not what happened here. The Jets didn't let go of Brett Favre.
Right. Not yet, anyway.
It's, you know it.
I'm just happy for him, man. I just because I know that the 3 years that he spent here was just so tumultuous and wrought with so much pressure and just unevenness and instability and everything else that it's actually nice to see him smile. It really is.
Yeah.
I mean, and you know what? They got a much more mature quarterback down in Carolina. But yeah, he still looks like a Chihuahua standing at 36th and Madison at rush hour. You know what I mean? He still looks that way. And meanwhile, the other quarterback, Davis Mills, at times looked really confident and really poised and threw a nice touchdown pass right before the half. So I don't know what happens with him, but maybe he's just another woe-begone kind of guy that just kind of hangs around for 10 years and plays backup. Who knows? I usually, if you're playing on a team and Tyrod Taylor's the starting quarterback and Tyrod gets hurt and you take over, you turn into a star.
Yeah.
That's usually what happens.
Yeah, it happened a couple times. Baker Mayfield and then, of course, Justin Herbert. I mean, those 2 guys were waiting in the wings when Tyrod had an opportunity to start, and then he got hurt, and then they jumped in, and that was that.
I feel like you're right. You're right. I was thinking about where was Tyrod before that? Wasn't he in Buffalo before that? But he wasn't there when Josh Allen was there. Because Josh Allen and Baker Mayfield were the same year. They were rookies. So, same year. Same year as Sam Darnold, too.
Yes, and that's when he was with the Cleveland Browns.
Yeah.
And that was 2018, and it was a Thursday night game. And that's when Baker Mayfield got the opportunity to come in.
Thank you for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe. And don't forget to hit the red bell so you're notified when we have new content.